The Terran ship Sentinel glided silently through the cold void of space, its engines glowing softly against the blackness. Commander Eric Vale stood on the bridge, eyes scanning distant star systems. When the SOS signal arrived, faint and broken, the crew felt a mixture of curiosity and tension. Its origin was a remote planet, abandoned and feared. A world known as a death world, the galactic maps warned of it, showing past explorers who never returned, yet the signal carried human voices. Faint but clear, calling for help, Eric's jaw tightened. But he did not hesitate. Prepare for approach. We investigate, he ordered calmly. The crew moved efficiently, activating sensors, shields, and landing protocols. Lieutenant Maracor leaned over the navigation console, eyes wide with cautious excitement. Commander, the energy readings from the planet are strange, fluctuating in patterns I've never seen before, she said. Her fingers danced across the controls, analyzing the data, trying to understand the planet's secrets. As the Sentinel drew closer, the planet's surface came into view. A mix of jagged mountains, deep craters, and dense forests. The SOS signal pulsed faintly, coming from somewhere deep within the terrain. The crew exchanged uneasy glances. The Death World had a reputation for killing intruders. Yet humans did not shrink back, their curiosity and courage stronger than fear. Eric walked along the bridge quietly, observing every display. Remember, he said softly, we are here to help, but stay sharp. This planet has killed more explorers than we can count. His calm words reassured the crew, grounding their fear with focus and discipline. The landing craft detached from the main ship, descending slowly through the thick atmosphere. Storms raged across the surface, the sky dark with clouds, and lightning flashing across distant mountains. The terrain was hostile, but the humans navigated it expertly, relying on sensors and instincts. As they neared the source of the SOS, strange energy readings surged, pulsing through the ground and into their instruments. Commander, there's something massive beneath the surface, Mora said, her voice tense. It's moving. The ground trembled subtly, and the air seemed to hum with power. A dormant force had begun to stir, ancient and massive. Something that had been asleep for centuries now sensed the human presence. The crew did not panic. Instead, they adjusted shields and sensors, ready to respond. The source of the SOS revealed itself as a small, damaged outpost, partially buried under rocks and twisted metal. Inside, the human survivors were weak but alive. Signaling desperately, their voices crackled over the comms. Calling for immediate rescue, Eric's calm eyes swept the scene. Analyzing every risk, prepare extraction teams. We take no unnecessary risks, but we save them, he ordered. Every crew member moved with efficiency and precision, demonstrating discipline, courage, and teamwork. Suddenly, beneath the planet, the first signs of the Deathworlders' warfleet began to stir. Massive shadows moving through energy tunnels, unseen engines starting quietly, awaiting activation. The humans had unknowingly triggered an ancient warning. A sleeping force ready to awaken. Eric paused, looking at the stars. Knowing that the real danger had just begun, stay focused, he said quietly. The planet has secrets we must understand before it understands us. The crew tightened their grips. Hearts steady but aware, they were about to face a threat unlike anything the galaxy had seen. And so, the mission began, not with fear, but with intelligence. Discipline and bravery, the humans had answered the SOS, and unknowingly awoken a sleeping power, setting the stage for a confrontation that would test their courage, cleverness, and survival like never before. The humans worked quickly, moving through the damaged outpost, stabilizing systems, and tending to the faint signals of life. Commander Eric Vale observed quietly, his calm presence guiding the crew. They had come to rescue, not to fight, yet the planet itself seemed alive. Ancient energy thrumming beneath their feet. Lieutenant Maricor scanned the ruins, eyes sharp. Instruments beeping with strange readings. "Commander, the energy patterns are increasing," she said, concern in her voice. "It's as if something beneath the surface is waking," Eric nodded. "Understanding the implications, we are not alone here. Move carefully. Every step matters." His voice was calm. Steadying the crew, each movement was deliberate. Sensors deployed, shields up, ready for sudden threats. As they reached the source of the SOS, strange vibrations shook the ground. Faint but rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. The humans realized that their scanning equipment had triggered ancient mechanisms. Signals now broadcasting through the planet's crust. The Deathworlders, a warlike species thought long extinct, were beginning to mobilize deep beneath the surface suddenly. Massive shadowy shapes moved across the planet's horizon, glimpsed through energy disturbances and terrain readings. Drones hovering above the outpost detected engines and energy cores powering up. Unseen before, the humans had awakened a force that had slept for centuries. A dormant warfleet now stirring with purpose. Mara's voice trembled slightly. "Commander, it's enormous, more than any fleet we've faced, yet there was no fear, only focused determination." Eric calmly instructed, "Prepare for observation first. We need to understand what we are dealing with before reacting." The crew deployed drones into orbit, scanning the emerging fleet, observing their movements and energy outputs. Every signal, every pulse was analyzed. The Deathworlders were immense, designed to annihilate any intruder, but the humans stayed composed, watching carefully, planning their next move. Then came the first warning shot, a probe fired from deep within the planet, skimming past the Sentinel, testing their defenses. The humans did not panic. Instead, they tracked its trajectory, deflected it using adaptive shields, and learned its patterns instantly, showing that preparation and intelligence could counter even an ancient war machine. Dr. Lena Voss observed from the science station, noting the synchronization of the Deathworlders' systems. "They are responding to our presence, reacting to our scans," she said, excitement and tension in her voice. Eric's eyes narrowed slightly. "We must stay calm. Curiosity brought us here, but strategy keeps us alive." As the planet trembled, the humans realized that the warfleet's full power had not yet awakened. The SOS they had answered was a trap of sorts, a beacon that now called a sleeping armada to attention, yet humans did not retreat, their courage and intelligence stronger than instinctive fear. Eric addressed his crew. "We came to save lives, not fight. But if this fleet rises, we will survive and adapt. Stay focused, stay clever." His calm voice reassured them. Every crew member performing with perfect coordination. Ready to face the unknown, the Deathworlders' energy pulses grew stronger. Massive warships beginning to move beneath the surface. Shadows forming as engines warmed and weapons charged. The humans watched, prepared, understanding that their survival depended on wit, observation, and teamwork, not just strength. And so, the awakening continued, a silent but terrifying movement of ancient power. Humans had triggered it, but they would not be intimidated. Their courage, intelligence, and careful strategy set the stage for a confrontation that could determine the fate of the planet, and perhaps the galaxy itself. The Deathworlders' warfleet stirred fully now. Massive ships rising from underground hangars, engines glowing, weapons charging. Their sheer size and numbers were terrifying, dwarfing the human fleet. Commander Eric Vale remained calm on the bridge of the Sentinel, observing every movement, Lieutenant Maricor adjusted the ship's trajectory. "Weaving through sensor readings, Commander. They are faster and larger than anything we've faced," she said. Tension in her voice, yet there was no panic, only focus. Every pilot and crew member moving with purpose. The first volleys of energy blasts streaked across the sky, striking near the Sentinel, lighting up the atmosphere with deadly fire. Humans activated adaptive shields, deflecting most of the blasts. While drones intercepted the rest, every move was precise. A dance of survival and intelligence. Dr. Lena Voss monitored energy patterns, predicting their attacks before they came. "They are fast, but they are predictable," she said. Excitement and fear mixing in her voice, Eric nodded, understanding that the humans' cleverness and preparation were their greatest weapons. The first clash intensified, Deathworlder ships firing relentlessly, trying to overwhelm the humans, yet every Terran maneuver countered the attack. Ships slipping through gaps, shields absorbing fire, drones disabling weapons without unnecessary destruction. The humans were small in number but precise. Disciplined and clever, Eric issued calm commands, guiding ships through the chaos. "Focus on coordination, not speed." "Use every advantage we have," the crew responded instantly. Working as one, each ship predicting the other's movements, each drone reinforcing defenses and countering attacks. The Deathworlders began to notice they were facing a force far more cunning than they expected. Mara piloted her escort ship around massive energy blasts, disabling an enemy turret with a well-placed strike. Every victory was measured, tactical, avoiding unnecessary risk. Humans had learned that survival depended on intelligence and patience, not brute force. The warfleet tried to encircle the human ships, but Eric had anticipated this, activating stealth and cloaking systems to slip through the enemy's lines. "We adapt, we survive, we learn," he muttered to himself, guiding his fleet with calm precision, each maneuver a lesson in human strategy, resilience, and coordination. As the first clash reached its peak, energy beams cut through the sky. Explosions erupted in the distance, yet the humans remained unbroken. Observing and countering every attack, the Deathworlders began to hesitate, unsure how to handle opponents who moved like one mind, yet struck with perfect timing and calculation. The humans calm under fire, their clever tactics and flawless coordination left the alien commanders uneasy. Whispers of doubt began to ripple through the warfleet. These humans, they are not afraid. They are clever, and they adapt instantly. Eric looked at the stars, knowing that this was only the beginning. We survive, we observe, and we adapt. "This is our strength," he said quietly. His crew continued their disciplined maneuvers, defending the planet and themselves without panic, showcasing humanity's true nature, intelligent, brave, and fearless. And so, the first clash ended, with humans still standing, their cleverness and unity allowing them to survive against overwhelming odds. The Deathworlders had awakened, but the humans had proven that strategy, patience, and intelligence were weapons just as deadly as any fleet. The Deathworlders' warfleet loomed above the planet. Massive and intimidating, Commander Eric Vale studied their formation, knowing brute force alone could not defeat them. "We need strategy, not strength," he said quietly. His calm voice guiding the crew, Lieutenant Maricor piloted the lead escort ship, scanning the massive enemy vessels, looking for weak points in their energy conduits and command nodes. "Commander, I think I've found a pattern," she said, pointing to the enemy fleet's formations. Their movements were powerful but rigid, predictable to clever observers. Eric nodded. "Good. We strike smart, not hard. Focus on precision and coordination." He activated the tactical AI, drones buzzing into formation, sensors analyzing every target, calculating the fastest and safest routes for attacks and evasions. The humans launched their first coordinated strike, small but precise, hitting energy conduits and disabling critical systems on several Deathworlder ships. The aliens fired back fiercely, but the Terrans' adaptive shields absorbed most of the damage. While countermeasures neutralized attacks before they could cause harm, Lina Voss monitored the battle, rerouting energy to reinforce shields and weapons, ensuring the fleet remained operational. They are clever, Eric. They adapt instantly, she said. Her voice mixed with awe and tension. The human smiled faintly, knowing that their intelligence and preparation gave them the advantage. The Deathworlders tried to respond with overwhelming firepower, attempting to crush the human fleet with massive energy beams. But every Terran maneuver countered the attack. Ships slipping through gaps, drones intercepting projectiles, and precise strikes disabling enemy weapons. The humans were small but perfectly coordinated. Turning the tide of the battle, Eric issued calm commands, guiding ships through the chaos, divide and distract. Hit the nodes. Focus on weak points. Every move was executed perfectly, showing human skill, patience, and teamwork. The Deathworlders began to hesitate, surprised by their clever adversaries. Mara led her team to attack a critical energy node on the largest warship, while drones blocked reinforcements. The node exploded silently, disabling weapons and shields, creating a ripple effect across the enemy fleet, sending confusion and fear through the Deathworlders. Eric watched calmly, knowing the momentum had shifted. "We adapt, we survive, and we fight smart," he said. His words resonated through the fleet, keeping every pilot focused and coordinated. Humans had proven that intelligence and teamwork could overcome sheer power. The battle continued, but the Deathworlders' movements became cautious. Their confidence shaken, the humans had found their pattern, exploited their weakness, and turned the tide without unnecessary aggression. Each ship, each crew member, each drone performed flawlessly, a perfect demonstration of preparation and strategy. As the final strikes disabled key systems across the enemy fleet, the Deathworlders paused, realizing that humans were far more dangerous than anticipated. Their adaptive technology, intelligence, and fearless coordination had saved the planet and neutralized the immediate threat. Eric looked at his crew, proud but calm. "We have turned the tide, but the danger is not gone. Stay ready." The humans had survived the first overwhelming assault, proving that cleverness, unity, and calm under pressure could overcome even the most terrifying force. And so, the humans continued their fight, intelligent and fearless, showing the galaxy that survival depended not just on strength, but on wit, strategy, and teamwork. The Deathworlders had awakened, but the humans had turned the tide, setting the stage for a final resolution that would leave the galaxy in awe. The Deathworlders' warfleet hovered silently, massive and menacing, yet the humans stood calm and composed. Commander Eric Vale observed from the bridge of the Sentinel, knowing that the final moment had come. Their clever tactics and precise strikes had turned the tide, but the outcome of the confrontation still depended on control, discipline, and intelligence. Lieutenant Mara Kor guided the fleet through coordinated formations, every ship moving with perfect timing, drones scanning enemy ships for weaknesses. Every crew member worked in unison, executing orders calmly, their courage and discipline proving more powerful than fear. Lina Voss analyzed enemy energy flows, noting that the Deathworlders' warfleet was faltering. Confusion spreading among their ranks. "They are retreating." "But slowly," she said. Tension and awe in her voice. Eric nodded. "They know now humans are not to be underestimated." The humans maintained their calm, observing and controlling the battlefield with intelligence and precision. Every strike, every maneuver was calculated, minimizing risk while maximizing effectiveness. The Deathworlders realized that brute strength alone would not defeat the humans, who relied on cleverness, preparation, and unity. The SOS that had lured them to the planet was now a tool to reveal human resilience. As the Deathworlders paused, the humans stabilized the damaged outpost. Rescuing those who had sent the signal, their actions were deliberate and efficient, showing the galaxy that humans acted with purpose and care. Not recklessness, Eric addressed the crew quietly. "We have survived, we have learned, and we have adapted. That is our strength." His calm confidence reassured everyone, reinforcing the belief that intelligence and patience were more important than fear or aggression. The Deathworlders finally began to withdraw, understanding that humans were clever, fearless, and united, their warfleet receding silently. Leaving the planet in human hands, the galaxy had witnessed a species that could face overwhelming odds without panic. A species capable of controlling situations far larger than themselves. Mara glanced at the horizon. The damaged planet bathed in the soft glow of stars. "We did it." "Without reckless attacks," she said, smiling faintly. Eric nodded. "We survived because we were clever, calm, and prepared. That is what makes us human." The Sentinel and its fleet hovered above the planet, engines glowing softly, a symbol of discipline, strategy, and intelligence. The galaxy had seen that humans could face immense danger and prevail, not through brute force alone, but through planning, teamwork, and fearlessness. Dr. Lena Voss monitored the final readings, energy levels stabilizing, the SOS finally quiet. "The planet is secure," she said, relief in her voice. "And the Deathworlders, they will think twice before returning." Eric looked at the stars, calm and composed, knowing that this mission had proven a vital lesson to the galaxy. Humans were clever, resilient, and fearless, capable of facing ancient and powerful forces without hesitation. Their intelligence and unity were weapons far stronger than fear or aggression. And so, the humans completed their mission, rescuing the lost, neutralizing the awakened fleet, and proving that courage combined with intelligence could change the course of events. The galaxy had witnessed the human resolve, and the message was clear: never underestimate a species that can survive, adapt, and fight smart. As the fleet prepared to depart, Eric said quietly, "We have shown the galaxy what humans can do. This is only the beginning." The stars reflected silently off the human ships, and the Deathworlders' warfleet disappeared into the void, leaving a legacy of awe, respect, and caution. Humanity had faced a sleeping power, awakened it, and survived with cleverness and bravery. The galaxy had stopped, watched, and learned that humans were a force to be reckoned with, prepared to face whatever challenges awaited among the stars.